sparkle in the air. It's everywhere, don't know about you, but I'm getting what's mine. I got the power, the moment is ours. I'm getting higher and higher, I can't get enough. I got the power, it's getting louder. I'm getting higher and higher, I can't get enough. Don't look back, it's you and I. We're here tonight, raise your hands and make me reach the stars. Feel the sparkle in the air. It's everywhere, don't know about you, but I'm getting what's mine. I got the power, the moment is ours. I'm getting higher and higher, I can't get enough. I got the power, it's getting louder. I'm getting higher and higher, I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Getting higher, it's ours. Power, I can't get enough. Getting higher, it's ours. Power, I can't get enough. Getting higher. Don't look back, it's you and I. We're here tonight, raise your hands and make me reach the stars. Feel the sparkle in the air. It's everywhere, don't know about you, but I'm getting what's mine. I got the power, the moment is ours. I'm getting higher and higher, I can't get enough. I got the power, it's getting louder. I'm getting higher and higher, I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Getting higher, it's ours. Power, I can't get enough. Getting higher, it's ours. Power, I can't get enough. Getting higher. Don't look back, it's you and I. We're here tonight, raise your hands and make me reach the stars. Feel the sparkle in the air. It's everywhere, don't know about you, but I'm getting world's mine. I got the power, the moment is ours. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. I got the power, it's getting louder. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Getting higher is ours. Power. I can't get enough. Getting higher is ours. Power. I can't get enough. Getting higher. Don't look back, it's you and I. We're here tonight. Raise your hands and make me reach the stars. Feel the sparkle in the air. It's everywhere. Don't know about you, but I'm getting what's mine. I got the power. The moment is ours. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. I got the power. It's getting louder. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Getting higher is ours. Power. I can't get enough. Getting higher is ours. Power. I can't get enough. Getting higher. Don't look back, it's you and I. We're here tonight. Raise your hands and make me reach the stars. Feel the sparkle in the air. It's everywhere. Don't know about you, but I'm getting what's mine. I got the power. The moment is ours. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. I got the power. It's getting louder. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. I can't get enough. Getting higher is ours. Power. I can't get enough. Getting higher.
Evening, guys. How you doing? Lane, how are you? Sorry, I'm still in the mid. Saying everything. Mark, how are you, mate? So, yes, back for another com session of, yes. No worries, mate. Manic. Bit of a rush, but all good. I don't know where I've put that now. So, yeah. Predicting you on pole. I'm not racing. If Carl's come on your bro TV, and where am I? On the phone. Is that all I deserve, Wiggy? Don't worry, I'm not going to be singing like he was. Going to be the first ever to Alright, Danny. Hopefully, Diablo. Need the sweat div on the big screen. Yeah, makes sense. So, yeah, we're round 3 DTS at the Netherlands. They move the Orange Army, which is Persian. Championship leader at the moment is Bailey on 83 points, followed by. Can I have mod on my PC account? Oh yeah. Hi John. Hi. But we are going. Yes, sorry, round 3. Bailey's leading the championship 83 points, followed by his teammate Mooney on 82, and then it's Voltex in P3 on 66, Viking Fox 64, and Pin on 62 at the top 5. And the overall Constructors Championship is Sentinel leading on 266, Progen a second on 206, Vantablade a third on 181, Valhalla fourth 177, and Velocity in P5 with 165 points. Outside the top 5, which are the Super Bowl qualification places, Purian 156, Mustachio 150, Williams BMW 147, McKeown F1 132, and Aphrodite Racing at 125. It's still early days, but with only 7 rounds, it's going to be a much tighter cut-off, I think, for qualification. Someone can let me know the weather as well when they get in, just so I know what I'm in store for. A dry qualifying, at least. Is the race dry? Someone can let me know. That would be grand, but we have a car coming out on track. It is a Yellow car? Oh, sorry. Oh, dry. Nice and boring then. Who's that's gone out on track? Oh, from the distance it looks yellow, but it's actually colourful green mustachio Scuderia car. It's because it's got the gold on the front wing, that's why. So Ethan GT will be the first car out on a lap, and then followed by his teammate Haytham. It's the mustachios setting the early pace, set the benchmark at least. It's a nice livery, mustachio car, I like it. Dark green. Could probably get rid of that giant red sponsor on the front wing. It's quite nice. Try then Minan. Got a bunch of cars coming out on track. But Ethan is going to be the first car I've got rid of. I'm not even set up properly. But Ethan's going to be the first car out on a flying lap. Coming down into turn 1. Hairpin. I drop to third gear. There's a car coming out of the pits. Hopefully he stays out, clearing out the way, which he does, so that's fine. Drop on board. Nice lock-up as well that we just saw there, but keeps it nice and tight. And now it's the run down towards turn 6, I believe it is. I mean, these aren't technically corners, so it's probably like turn 7, turn 8, I don't know. I haven't got track map. Oh, bit of lag. Nice. Bit of a lift and a downshift from Ethan. Downshift again from that corner, and then now it's a weird corner where if you touch that right hand curve, you get grass. It's wet in the other. Nice. Trojan car keeps nicely out of the way. Now, avoid that outside curve, push down, going up to 7th gear. You probably won't make 8th gear down the straight, and now it's a braking zone down to 3rd gear. Even keeps it in 4th. Fair enough. Obviously setting the benchmark at the moment. He's got an Aphrodite car, warming his tyres up, but it's well out of the way. Going around the final corner now, don't want to go too wide. It's a pretty decent lap. So Ethan coming to the line. And a 109.488, so that's a very decent benchmark, and it was Haytham that was coming across the line next, wasn't it? So we'll see what he sets. So yeah, he's 7/10 slower with a 110.1. So I'm expecting times to get quicker as we've got a spin. Spun. Ah! Spinner. Mark will probably be peeling off to the pits. In the middle of all that, Diablo goes quickest with a 109.405. Psycho goes P3 with a 109.671. Pirate Mark's pinned it, yeah, he has. Jump off, cam, try and track cars where they are on track. Pin, it's just invalidated, so he won't bother staying on board with him. Milanister's accordingly purpled first sector, but I don't know whether to believe that or not. Car, is that Colden? Colden's just coming around to finish his flying lap, so we'll jump on board, see what time he sets. Obviously he's going to be looking to set around Haytham's pace. And a 110.8, it's a decent bank lap to put in. As Fox goes up to 3, 109.525, we've got more yellows, that's Colden staying well out of the way, which is pretty done. Jumbo John, Milanis is just about to cross the line. He goes P7 with a 109.832. Vortex is coming out the pits. John, I think, is just coming across the line himself. He's burnt all the battery he's got. And he's up to P4 with a 109.649. That's a very good lap for him. Must have been that sea breeze, yeah. Gust of wind across the track, yeah. Pin's not going again, so he's recharged this lap. Craig's about to finish his flying lap, so we're stuck on board with his slowest with a 111.1. Pin's just about to get going. Billy looks like he's on a lap. He's got a car in front. That's his team. Is it his teammate? Black car. Not Hamid, eh? Oh, he's got a quali ban, so it looks like Fox impeded Hilly ever so slightly. Maybe, I don't know how badly it was, but Hilly goes up to P6 with a 109.666. Devil. Still prefer the old Williams livery, the one they were meant to run with the Cadillac style, but fortunately I think the drivers all didn't have it, so they couldn't run it. They're now stuck with this. It's still a nice livery though. I hope Betton is the only car on a lap. Oh, Pin's on a lap as well. He's 1.8 seconds up. See, hard to tell his representative lap time because a 1:14.6 is not a competitive lap. He's purpled the middle sector according to the game. Only 4 odd seconds up, so this could be, depending on his final sector, it could be a very good lap for Pin and potentially put him front or with a 109.563. Betton coming across the final corner. Gets on the grass. It's a car in front of him, whether he had a bit of dirty air off that, but Betton to the line. Goes P3, 109.524. Got a Mustachio car just about to start a lap. That's Haytham, so he's just started his as well. Maggie's on a cool down lap. Craig's on a lap, but he's currently down on his time by 1.5 tenths. Stick on board with Haytham. Only purple was the first sector. 10.5 up I think he was, so it's a pretty decent lap so far from Haytham. Got a car in front of him, a white car, and that's Betton. Either Betton get out of the way, which he does. That's nicely done from Betton there. See what middle sector split is. Only purpled again, which is obviously a lie because he's lost time in the middle sector, it looks like. So still a tenth and a bit up. Oh! Then drops it into the barrier. Probably got damage. I think we're going to see Haytham come into the pits. Got yellow flags all over the place. We're sticking on board with Haytham for absolutely no reason. As cars are probably finishing flying laps. It's hard to tell who's finishing a lap and who isn't. Movies in the pits. Haytham's going to come. Craig's on his lap. Mark has set a 109.786. Lanny, oh my god. I think Lanny caught the inside curb and he went absolutely flying, nearly off track. Diablo's on an outlap. He's miles off the track. Nice grassy tyres. It's very weird outlap prep, that is Diablo. But I'm not going to question it, mate. Diablo started his lap. Viking Fox is on a lap at the moment. Stuck on board with him. Down on his time? Didn't notice whether he was up or down. Fox is coming to the pitch, yeah he is, so he's bailed on that lap. Holden is coming across the line now. He improves to a 110.4 but stays in P16. Grant is about to cross the line, so we'll see what kind of lap time he sets. Oh, he's going to come into the pits then, but he continues on his lap and he jumps up to P6 with a 109.563. Bailey goes quickest, 109.354, so that's the new benchmark. Diablo's currently 3 tenths up though, so I think he's going to smash the benchmark out the window and take provisional pole back. He's going to run down to the line and it's a 109.125 for Diablo, so again puts himself in P1. It's 2 tenths clear of the next car. Psycho's just finished his lap, he's in P6, he did a 109.527. It's almost like I had intel on the pole time. Don't know what you're on about, Manic. Hilly's currently 3 tenths up. So Hilly looks like he might be jumping up to the front row, depending on his final sector split. Push onto the line for Hilly. And he goes P3, just missing out on the front row by 2/1000 second. Very respectable lap from Hilly. The grid's looking pretty tight at the moment. What, 5-6 cars currently on a 109.5? I mean, P2 to P10 is separated by just 3 tenths of a second. P2 to P12, actually. Lannister's on a lap, he's used a lot of battery already in his lap. Definitely pushing, charging from the slower section of the track. And he's, oh, okay, it's 2.4 seconds down, so he's coming into the pits. And we'll ignore that. Pin on a lap at the moment? I think Pin is on a lap. Betton's also on a lap. He will jump aboard with him. He's actually coming across the line in a moment. See what lap time he can set. He jumps up to P2. 109.339, but he's still 2 tenths off the current pole pace. There's a Pistachio car. I think that's Haytham. That's Haytham's final flying lap. And he's went slower, so he still stays in P15. Pin coming across the line. He's currently 3 tenths up. He could compete, and he does. He goes provisional pole with a 109.097. So the new benchmark has been set with 5 minutes to go. Mooney jumps up to P7 with a 109.511. He just started a lap. He's just started a lap, as John. I think he races for Imperium GP. So this will be JT's driver, so we'll stick on board with Jumbo John. He's flagged a lot of sponsors, oh my god. Currently 1.5 tenths up, so with that net progress, he's going to jump up quite a few places with how tight the grid is. Yellow flags ahead, but should stay well clear, John. Temps up. John at the moment potentially looking at a third row position on the grid. Oh, and he gets the overtake on a little bit too early. He has a bit of a squirrely moment exiting the hairpin. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. And I think he's bailed on his lap, so he's coming into the pits. Yeah. Fox is on an in lap. And locking up to the banked corner again. Easy corner to lock up on. See, his first sector split is he's 2 tenths up, so we could have someone smashing the time again and potentially going into the 108s. Very committed. His second split is his 3 tenths, so he's currently on par with what for a striker and what Pin set. If he keeps up this level of progress, he touches the grass on exit. Not what you really want to do, but it loses that much time, and now it's just a run through the final banked corner, use whatever battery. But he doesn't go pole, he goes onto the front row. But he doesn't get provisional pole, so he's 3 trips off Pin's time. Evening Pin, how are you, mate? But Ethan, he's only got 3 minutes left in the session. I think that's his quali done, unless he's got the fuel to go again. A lot of cars coming out for their final flying laps. I don't think anyone's on a flying lap at the moment. The grid is very, very tight in terms of the fact that a couple of tenths of improvement could get you jump way up the grid. I think the Psycho is the first car who's started his final flying lap, or has... No, Lanny, I think, is the first car on a flying lap, so we'll stick on board with Lanny and try and catch the cars as they come across the line. Lanny very committed, doesn't run wide as what he did on a couple of laps ago. Got a Sentinel car ahead, but should stay well out of the way. Lanny's 2 tenths up, so he's going to put him around about a 109.5. You could see him jump up to P7 with how tight the grid is. Corner to go. Oh, it's caught the curb on the outside, and that's his qualifying done. Got a hold of that skateboard curb and just went straight into the barrier, so that's Lanny. No higher than P15, which would be a massive disappointment for him. Psycho coming across the line, he's got no battery left. And he jumps up to P7 with 109.421. I think Fox is coming across the line. Fox is starting his lap, it looks like. Oh, so that's Psycho off track. I was wondering who that is off track, as Diablo went for a double warm-up lap. Colden, I think, just crossed the line, or has he started his lap? Colden's into the pits, so he's not getting higher than P17. A lot of the back cars have pulled into the pits already. Yeah, Ethan's in the pits because he cannot improve. Well, he can't improve, he can't set another lap time. Billy's started his flying lap. There's a lot of cars starting their flying laps now. I think John just finished his lap. He's P7 with 109.413. This car coming across the lap. That looks like Bailey's about to cross the line. And he goes quickest. Provisional pole with a 109.076. That is the benchmark. Once again, as Pin is currently down in the first sector. Let's see Diablo's sector split. We've got Mooney coming across the line. There's a car that's just done a lap, I think. I don't know who's done a lap. Mooney goes up to P5 or 109.329. Aphrodite car that's just crossed the line. That's Psycho. He didn't improve on his time, so he's taking the checkered flag. What's that? Break? No. It's a car peeling out the way. I think Diablo's coming across the line now. He's not improved, and he hasn't. He stays P4 for 109.125 as Pin goes back to provisional pole 109.021. Ethan was there already. Hilly jumps up to P5, that's who moved. Hilly P5, 109.276. Betten, I think, is the only one who might be able to dethrone Pin from getting pole position. To the line, what battery, what straight line speed has he got? It's only good enough for P5 for Betten, 109.158, but that is a very close grid. All to P13 is covered by 4 tenths of a second. 5 cars on a 109.4. That is a very close, very competitive grid, and we could be in for a pretty exciting race. I hope anyway. Oh yeah, you and Grant at the same time. Notice that, Hilly. Fair play. But yeah, Pin on pole, Bailey P2, Ethan P3, Diablo P4. Very, very, very interesting race. As in Verstappen, is it? No, we're in Verstappen. Hamilton's here. At the moment, it's actually Jack on provisional. Torius goes now provisional pole. Tuck goes up to P2. High Masters Tuck. It has jumped up to provisional. In a way, it's the last one to cross the line. Jumped up. Like on the pole time that was predicted for Hamilton went out the window. Dalton didn't. Stayed P9, so it's on pole in Hamilton with Notorious P2. Oh, tyres. What have we got on tyres? Set everything. Hards for Psycho, Haven, Mark and Colden, which I believe is Mark missed check-in. He's going to peel off into the pits. Down to 18 right off the bat. Who's out? What do you mean who's out? He's gonna, I think from reading the chat, it looks like he's gonna go into the pits, let everyone through, go in the pits and retire. Billy and Grant set the same lap time as each other and also DSQ'd together. And they just can't get away from each other, can they? But we're going to jump on board, bit even, and see what kind of start he gets. Absolutely revving the shit out of the engine. Oh, not the greatest launch from Ethan there, so we'll go back to the main cam as dives down the inside on Bailey. Slow but Pin remained in the lead of this race. And Ethan doubled to P2. He didn't look he got a good launch as he locked up and Diablo on the grass. Looks like it pushed on the grass by Grant there. So Diablo's not had the greatest start, but He's got away without damage. I think it may have just been a bad launch, but Pin has maintained the lead with Ethan right behind him after making up position and Alien P3. And making early gains on the first lap into P4. Grand P5, Diablo P6 will just quickly switch to positions gained. So yeah, Diablo, Mooney, Haytham lost 2 places. And gained off the start. Grant's gained 2, Mag's gained 2. Hamaddy's gained 4 off the start, so it's a decent start for Hamaddy. As I say that, he loses position to Haytham, so he's down to P16. But Pin currently in the lead, 3 temps. We've got a big train forming, as expected for Netherlands. Yeah, very good start for your duo. Holden's in the pits. I've got the wrong trap map on. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Oh, there's a car wide off track. That's Hamaddy. He had a moment, must have caught the curb. Now he's dropped to last place, lost the DRS, and a world of pain for Hamaddy. As Craig's also lost DRS at the back, but everyone else. Yeah. Everyone else still in this train. Ethan is 2 temps off the back of Pin. And I think he's going to blast past into the lead of this race. Oh, but he hasn't really got the move done, and Pin is hanging it around the outside. And gives him plenty of space and gets the move done down the inside into turn 1. So Ethan in the lead as we've got yellow flags. That is Mooney. Mooney's had a moment, whether it's contact, whether it's a spin. Bit of a weird place to spin, so I'm going to say that's contact, and now he's down at the back of the field and lost DRS. He's not got damage, but I'm going to assume that that was contact. Pin at the moment is just about hanging on to DRS of Ethan. Panic predicting that he's going to win by 10 plus seconds. Check his engine, yeah. Bailey getting very racy behind Pintita. Contact between Mooney and John, I think Jay Tyler said. Eventually we can see Stewart's report. Jumper John has got damage both sides of his front wing, yeah. He's going to be peeling off into the pits. Thanks to that, there's been a break in the train. He's still hanging on to Ethan. John and Haytham are into the pits. It's a weird place to lose it at Scouts. It was like in the middle of the corner, but like it. Fox is the next car that looks like he's about to get detached from the back of the train. He's just about hanging on in there. Gap currently at 8 tenths to Magnatex. I think he's just about going to stay in the DRS, but he's struggling. Any of the hards? No, so Psycho's the lead car on the hard compound tyres, but he's attached already. Spin Tita. It's very close to losing the DRS, but I think he's just about got it. He has, but he's teetering on that 1 second gap. And the DRS pulls himself back within a couple of attempts of Ethan, but not close enough to make an overtake. He's got plenty more battery than Ethan at the moment, so he's also not using all of his pace. Definitely missing out, or losing out, should I say, in the more windy sections of the track. Strategy on Netherlands is going to be an interesting one. Tyre wear is extremely high, especially on the medium compound tyres, so we could see a bit of split strategies going on. We could see cars pushing for a 2-stop, we could see cars potentially nursing for a 1-stop, depending on whether they think they can do it or not. At the moment, this lead train of 9 cars, you've got yellow flags, that is a certain Irishman who's gone for another spin. Mooney's having an absolute mare at the moment. I think definitely not being his namesake of the better Irishman, more like the washed Irishman. After these first few laps at Netherlands, Ethan maintains the lead of the race. Still got no changes, it looks like. Top 9. I'll take the name, please. What, the washed Irishman, or you'll take the name of the better Irishman? Crumpets and Notorious are going side by side, and we've got a retirement. Bab is, I think there's been carnage. Oh my god, Bab and Hassan are both out in the Hamilton. But at the moment, still this 9-car train. The question is one of these cars going to trigger the undercut? Because there's a massive gap to feed into between Hamady and John. It's not like they're going to hit traffic. All these cars are together. Or, looks like Pin, I think, was going to have a move. Lanny's the first car into the pits, 5 laps on those medium compound tyres. Crumpets has got a drive through. Uh-oh. So now Lanny's boxed. He's come out in that clean air between Hamady and Jumbo John. So is someone going to respond? Is Milanis going to come in, or is he going to stay out? Are the leaders going to react to that? Because Lanny was in that group just slightly behind. In a couple of laps, he'll probably get an undercut onto some of these cars. 7 laps in. Still a lot of racing laps to go. Ethan doesn't box, Pin doesn't box, Bailey doesn't box, looks like Betten doesn't box. So the lead train is still staying out at the moment. Psycho's slowly catching up. He's dropped Milanis, who peels off into the pits, so Milanis is reacting to Lanny's undercut. But the lead train are obviously comfortable enough at the moment as it stands just to keep running as they are. Boxed. I'm going to jump on board with him because we're about to see an overtake on Colden into turn 1. Yep, DRS overtake. We've seen an overtake, ladies and gentlemen. Mooney, after pitting, up to P17. But at the front, it's still status quo. I've just created a screenshot. I've created 2 screenshots. I press the wrong button. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. That's Grant, who looks like he's had a moment, and 2 cars into the pits of Pin and Bailey. Grant's had a moment. Front wing damage. I think he caught the curb which drags you off track. Track position, and now there's a break in the train. Betten's going to try and catch up to Ethan. Gallo's lost touch to Betten as well. But Whether Lanny had damage, because he wasn't that far off, surely. Maybe they were that far off. I thought they were a bit closer. That was my misjudgment then. But Pin and Bailey have come up right behind Hamady, so this is actually not really going to help their undercut as such. Hamady's going to hold these pair up. Lanny's left the session. Oh, Lanny's left the session. Lanny. Lanny, where are you? Set you an invite, mate. Viking Fox, 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Viking Fox in his own race. Don't know whether anyone else got one. Box Hilly, boxed. Grant's lost a lot of time. Grant's come out behind Milanist, who was way off the pace, way off the back. Yeah, Pin and Bailey did manage to get the undercut on the lead group, so they're technically net leaders of the race as it stands. Oh, really? Oh, that would be why Grant fell off then. I was wondering why he dropped off. It's brutal. So Ethan's into the pits. He's done a very good stint. Diablo stays out, along with Psycho, who stays out. Mago currently in the pits, so... seen a lot of cars switch to that two-stop. Hamady looks like he's probably going to come into the pits. No, he stays out. He's going to make an overtake on him there and moves up into P8. As Pin and Bailey are going toe-to-toe. I don't know whether that was for position or whether that was the defence from Pin, but they're allowing Betten to claw himself back into the DRS and then build up the two. Diablo's pace dropped off ever so slightly, so... what to do with boxing and switching to that two-stop quickly before he loses too much time. Colden gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. I think Psycho is about to take the lead of this race. Battling between Bailey and Pin is a loud Voltex, and the group Voltex is dragged along just to get themselves back in the DRS, but Diablo stays surprisingly, and he stays out, so I think Diablo is committed to that one stop. Grant gets fastest lap of the race. Hamady peels off into the pits. Bailey looks like he's overtook Pin on this lap as well using DRS, so Bailey in the car of this train. Train which has dropped Viking Fox, who also got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Grant's dropped behind Mag. Commentary. I think Psycho's going to get Diablo on this lap. He does. That's an easy overtake. But so Diablo is still staying out on their medium compound tyres. Bailey and Pin are going at it once again, and Pin swoops around the outside. Takes that P3. Contact again, it looked like. Get himself sorted out for the next corner. Yeah, what do you want to go wheel to wheel through? Turn 3, I think it is. Ben's having a go at Bailey, which is forcing Bailey onto pin, but getting stuff sorted out. But Ben getting very racy, it looks like. And now he's getting inside Bailey, down the inside. A load of grass. Close to contact with the pair, but they don't. And Voltek's trying to swap to the inside. Very aggressive. Great bit of racing from these two. We'll see whether Voltex can try and get ahead of Bailey. No, he just backs out of it. That's allowed him really to maintain the lead of his train. He's got plenty more battery than Bailey's got now. Psycho peels off into the pits, as does Diablo. Psycho definitely two-stopping. And Diablo's lost a lot of time staying out on the medium grid. We're going to drop behind Milanis. Psycho doing a vertical lap behind Milanis, so the battle we see now is into the race. Voltex again, trying the same move as what he tried on the previous lap, but no. Everyone's getting tapped on the even not reacting to the box earlier than he probably should have. He's got undercut by all these cars as well. Pressure tyres then. Better by a lap, Bailey. 2, but track position and never pressure compound tyres. Okay, now I'm going to turn that out. Brandon's still going at it, and Brandon cannot get past Magnatex, who's on their medium compound tyres. Opted obviously to take 2 medium rather than 2 points. We've got a safety car, what's that for? Oh, that'll be why. Craig's got no wing. Craig's had an adventure somewhere, we've got a full safety car. So now then, makes his race a little bit more interesting. Yeah, so on tyres at the end of the race or not. Having gets a drive-through penalty for speeding, the safety car as Pin and Ethan, Pin and Bailey, Billy Box. Yeah, Ben and Ethan stay out so they can get into the 2-stop competitions. Diablo and Psycho cycle themselves up to P3. Psycho does have to box again because he hasn't run compound tyres yet. Diablo's a couple of lap older tyres than the cars that are around him, but now has track position, potentially depending on what he's doing. Did 12 laps on the... no, he did 13 laps on the medium tyre. 13 lap on the medium tyre, didn't he? So we've probably 3 safety car laps. Diablo could potentially get his tyres to the end. Pin and Bailey, I think, are planning to get their tyres to the end. Lanny stayed out, so he's going to box again. Psycho has to box because he's not ran the mediums. Ethan and Better, probably going to have to box. Split strategies for the safety car restart. Oh, let's see. Just hammered with the penalties at the moment. So the moment biggest gainers are Lanny with 8 positions, Hamady and Psycho with 7. As well. Biggest losers of this race so far dropped 7. John dropped 5 and Grant Bailey pin. Oh, I'm still in the lobby, I think. I'm still in the lobby. Like it. So we're just waiting for catch back up, back to safety car, and then should get going again. Safety cars in this lap. Driver sees me, you've been chilling out, expecting another lap of safety car, and we're getting going again. Oh. So, back. Tyres. That's one thing to note, is we're not done seeing pit stops yet. Very slowly. Ben decides to go very late, and if he catches Diablo out massively, Diablo's lost a lot of time to Psycho in front. There's a very nice restart from Ben, but Ethan sticking with him. Very defensive on the straight, trying to break the toe. Lanny peels off into the pits. That is Ghost that's peeled off into the pits, it is. The AI puts back on medium compound tyres, which are fucked as well. Lanny's race is well and truly ruined, it looks like. Diablo's caught back up to Posh around here. So what we got? We've got a break in the train. Hamardy's caused a break in the train. He's got a penalty as well to serve at some point. DRS has now been enabled as Ethan chases down Voltex into the first corner. Hamardy peels off into the pits, but broken that train. Lance has got work to do to try and re-catch up. And again, we've got now a top 10 train that's been formed. Oh, it's Pin and Bailey. Oh, contact between the two. Tune just right on time for that one. Pin nearly absolutely, you know, they sent each other to the shadow realm, it looked like, on a slight bended straight. Cheers, bastard. Thank you, mate. Yeah, we jumped right on board with that one. And we're going to stick on board because Bailey looks like he's going to have another go. Out of it. the stadium section, all of them orange Trojan fans watching on. He's going to get him into the penultimate corner. Oh, he's attacking. Back out of it as well, did Bailey, because he went for a late dive and got a move for the lead. Ethan and Betten are going at it side by side. We'll switch to the cameras. Betten probably should back out of this, and he does. Ethan retakes the lead of the race. Are you back in, Lanny? Yeah, you're back in. At least you're back in, mate, I guess. Yeah, not ideal that the AI just boxed you for medium tyres that are already toast. And Ethan reclaims the lead of the race, but he's on 10 lap old hards. We're going to struggle to get them to the end, which means he's going to have to box, as Craig's had another adventure off track. Not lost his wing this time though. Lanny peels off into the pits, put on the hard tyres. Race is basically well and truly fucked at this point. I put a fastest lap of a 1:10.9 and we're in the 1:13s. I think I underestimated the race pace. John overtakes Calder for P14. Yeah, we're just waiting for... I think there'll be a strategy play in motion for the lead train. And Betten, I think they've made a mistake in not boxing under that safety car. Because they're definitely not getting these tyres to the end. And they haven't got the pace to gap, it looks like, at the moment. Stick on board with these two because they've been going at it all the way through this race. As we've got yellow flags, that's Haytham that's off track. Haytham's had a spin, it looks like. Bailey and Pin are going at it once again. Bailey opts to not make a dive into the penultimate corner to save his battery for potential run into turn 1. Catch it, which he can't because Pin's got the DRS on the battery himself. This is a move for the lead. It looked like it Betten tried, it looks like around the outside, but Ethan had it covered. Pin is struggling, it looks like a little bit, whether he's getting attacked by Bailey again. He's got prime seats. Striker wing damage, has he? Ah, he has. That'll be why. Pin has got wing damage, which is why his pace is struggling, and he's just dropped off the DRS of Diablo. That'll be why Bailey's getting so racy behind him, I think. He's trying everything to get through. Lanny sets the fastest lap of the race. Go on, Lanny. Definitely struggling, but he's got himself just back in the DRS, and it's going to frustrate Bailey for one more lap. This is, Bailey nearly has a moment. Yeah, Ethan peels off into the pit, so his tyres are done. That's the mistake of not boxing with the safety car. Voltex is going to be in the pit soon as well. Psycho has to box, so he's got a run on Pin now. He just cannot get alongside. Frustrating once again for Bailey. You can see the Pin struggling. Whether he knows he's got damage or not, I don't know, but definitely see the Pin struggling. But he can't do anything about it. A lot of battery to get close towards the stadium section. Dips a wheel into the gravel, you don't want to do that too often. got Bailey covered with that. Voltex stays out for another lap. Psycho's going for a move around the outside. Touches on the grass. But turns in a little bit too sharp. Maintains the lead, does Voltex, but he's obviously struggling with pace at the moment on the tyres. But in once again, getting frustrated. Getting harassed by Bailey, but Bailey cannot find a way through. Finn's just managing with his damage. Oh my god, what a move from Jonathan. Really taking advantage of the moment of Fox having a moment on the curb. Oh, and Fox into the side of Mooney. Contact was made. I think that was on Fox. It looked like he went into Mooney's side pod. Mooney left in the space and Fox just washed out wide. It looked. That's Fox dropped down to P12 now, but it's a big car train at the front. Yeah, it wasn't great. It's like a wheel to wheel with Voltex into turn 1, but Voltex covers that inside line, gives him a much better exit for the next corner, and it's like he can't make a move as Bailey tried something different. But again, he just can't get the traction. It looks like an exit, and Pin is able to maintain the position. Pin's doing well, considering he's got damage, just to keep Bailey at bay, because it looks like if Bailey gets through, then got the pace to potentially get the cars that are in front and push on to get himself an easy win. But at the moment he's just getting frustrated, and we're at a 10-car train. We could soon be a 12-car train at this pace. Expecting the top 2 to box. This isn't boxing yet. Psycho boxes, gets a 3-second penalty whether he crossed the white line. Diablo going for a very late dive, very late. Gets himself alongside, warrants the space, and Benson able to get a much better exit and stay ahead as in going at it, and there's contact, it looks like, but Bailey's got through. That was a pretty clean move. A little bit of contact on exit, but both give each other space, and Bailey now is trying the pace that he's got. Eventually push on. Voltex is definitely the cork in the bottle at the moment. Voltex at this point, he's looking to hold on to these tyres as long as possible. Another safety car helps Voltex, but puts him in a position he's got to work his way through the train. He's gained a much better exit than Diablo on the final corner. Although Diablo with battery, with DRS, considerable pace advantage. Oh, and Voltex brakes slightly later. Bit of contact. Voltex trying to hold on the inside. He just went slightly too deep, it looked like, from that POV, and Diablo takes the lead. He'll be looking to get past Voltex as quick as possible because he's the car at the moment that has the pace. Bit of a moment from Bailey there. Any Chelsea fans in here? Luckily I'm not Basson, it's all good. We laugh at the Chelsea fans. Ben's dropped out of DRS. Diablo's pulled the pin, clearly showing the pace difference between Ben and the rest of the field. Bet's going to lose another place to Bailey. Tries to hang it on the inside, he does. Again, very late dive. Oh, Bailey switches back. Nice little switchback move. No, Bet gets a better exit, burns the battery. He's just helping Diablo with trying to create a gap to Bailey in the car's bit. Psycho sets the fastest lap of the race. On them fresh medium tyres. The iSport Manchester United Bassett. You two do it. You do too as well then. That flashing the recharge and allows Bailey to get alongside and down the inside. So Bailey's up to 2. Bet's definitely committed to trying to take these tyres to the end. See the pace difference. He's going to get alongside. Tyres. He's going to try and move on the bank corner. Yeah, put a stop to that. Has, but Bailey's got good pace. I think the defensive move from Bailey was better onto the grass. The Bailey defence was slightly late, but it was only one move. Voltex made the decision to go on the outside quite late. Yeah, Voltex clearly struggling on them tyres. He's managed to keep DRS of Bailey. Bailey's not really caught up to Diablo yet. God, speak. Diablo's got that gap of 2 seconds, and if he can just maintain that gap, he's on course for a potential win. Finn's doing a good job as well. That wing damage. And I think that's going to help Voltex a little bit, stop him from plummeting down the field. In behind him. So he's trying everything that he can to try and get past Finn. Oh my god, and Hilly. Oh no, and that's a car caught up in that. He's Fox, it looks like. No, it wasn't Fox, that's Grant. Hilly. Got virtual safety car. Hilly looks like he got caught out by the cars ahead. Entered into turn 6. Turn 7. Hit the car in the back, spun round, and Grant had absolutely no chance to. Hilly's got away with damage. No, he's got front wing, he's got bad front wing damage actually. Scratch that. Grant's got no wing at all. VSC at the moment, we're still under VSC. Oh, as the VSC ends, Colden gets a drive through. Paying attention to his delta. Craig's into the pits, Hilly front wing change. Craig's gonna have to Craig. Grant's gonna have to come into the pits. VSC, Bailey's caught a second, Betten has absolutely dropped like a stone. So this lead, potential race win. Oh, and Diablo spins and into the barrier, and he's got no front wing whatsoever. And we've got another virtual safety car. Oh my god! But Diablo had a moment under acceleration, and into the barrier he goes, and he's going to have to come into the pits. posh behaviour. Oh dearie me. Diablo into don't speed, and he speeds. Right, DTS has been enabled now, back racing once again. Another stoppage. Bailey has all but secured the win at this point. Benton is fighting for life as Magnatex gets alongside. This could be asking for another collision. Really shuts the door on Magnatex there. A bit aggressive from Pin. Understanding being a bit more aggressive due to the damage, but that seemed quite extreme. Ethan are going at it, and Ethan coming out of nowhere to make his way back up to the podium. John down the inside of Mooney. Trying to hang that around the outside. Inside, and John gets the move done. Great move by John on Mooney, that is, and as long as he's got DRS to defend himself, which he has, Benton's getting swamped. Lost 3 positions of his contact. Magnatex runs off track. And just doing that to Ethan to P3 now. What's that? That's Mag. Get him potentially. Now he's P. So we've got front wing damage. Who's that with damage? That's Fox. What is going on at the end of this race? Fox. Viking Fox has lost half of his front wing. Grant says the fastest lap of the race. That's my fastest lap pace, Grant. Well done, mate. See, told you. Yep, it looks like a bit of carnage towards the end of this race. Ethan makes an overtake. It's that's flew off track. That's Diablo that's ran miles off track. Race is going from bad to worse. We've got Benton off the track. He's got a puncture. Benton tried to push them tyres and he's got a front left puncture. Oh, I got Benton into the barrier. Is he really? Wow. Benton is absolutely mental for staying out with a punctured tyre. Can barely keep the car on track. But this is an absolutely chaotic end to this race. Jumbo John is currently in P4. Chance of a potential podium. Pin's got damage in front of him. John can get a good exit on the final corner. Don't want to use too much battery, John. You can see a move for John getting a potential podium here. At the... Oh, we've got a car, another yellow flag. Who's that? That's Benton. Madman running with a punctured tyre, thinking it's Lewis Hamilton. See, can John get a move on Pin? It's too far back and he burnt so much battery. Try and stick with this battle as Mag is right behind Mooney as well, but will John get ahead of Pin? Benton's doing another lap on them tyres. I mean, John's not got the battery at the moment. Get a better exit here and try and get alongside, put Pin under some form of pressure. see John on the podium, and he is. He's going for a late dive. Oh, and he's nearly spun himself around. Crying. Nearly killed himself in the process. Yeah, it's very silly, but luckily nothing was lost. But it's Bailey crossing the line to take the win. Ethan in P2. Pin manages P3 with that damage somehow, but absolute carnage at the end. Allowed Jumbo John to get P4. Mooney with all of his spins at the start of the race, he got P5. Mag P6, Milanes P7, Psycho P8. Diablo finishes P9, but he's not going to stay in P9. With that 10-second penalty, he's probably going to drop to P12. I don't think Fox is going to get him. No, he doesn't. So Diablo P12, Fox P13, Brandy P14, Hamady P15, Betton crossing the line in Lewis Hamilton fashion with a puncture for P16. Holder's going to come across the line in P17, and Lanny, with his unfortunate disconnects, and the game continuing under AI for mediums, is going to come out last at 18th place. Yep, good result for you there, Sentinel. It's a great drive, John. Yeah, we did see that crash live as well, Milanes. Got a sprint, a final few laps sprint going on in, what's it called? Verstappen. And lucky Lane. The fact that he got disconnected and then game pitted you to put on old mediums as well. Yeah, great race from Sentinel. Bailey P1. Wouldn't have watched you telling me that I'm extremely stressed, probably because I watched Diablo spin himself into a wall and then pick up 10 seconds. Oh my god, Crumpets spun as well on the final lap. Yeah, final results. Bailey P1, Ethan P2, Pin P3, John P4. 5 actually top 5. Great points for Sentinel, and I think great points for Velocity, I think, as well. Got P3 and P7, I think. Bassen's team. Yep, thank you guys, thanks for tuning in. I was a bit late from my side, very late call up. She was in the house for about 5 minutes when the message came through, so. But thanks for tuning in. Obviously comms will be available, and then I will export the video out as well and post it onto a separate channel just so people can see it and watch it later on if they wanted to. But thank you very much, guys. Have a good one. I probably won't see you for so, as I'm on holiday tomorrow. Just rub it into the rest of you. Take it easy, guys, and good luck on any future races that you're doing. And I'll see you later.
Don't look back, it's you and I. We're here tonight. Raise your hands and make me reach the stars. Feel the sparkle in the air. It's everywhere. Don't know about you, but I'm getting what's mine. I got the power. The moment is ours. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. I got the power. It's getting louder. I'm getting higher and higher. I can't get enough. it's you and I. We're here tonight. Raise your hands and make me reach the stars. Feel the sparkle in the air. It's everywhere. I know about you, but I'm getting what's mine. I got the power